What's going on, everybody? Shri Kanase here. So how to test dropshipping products with Google shopping ads fast. Now, when it comes to Google ads, those people that have already used Google ads to test products or just to run ads with for their Shopify stores know how long of a process it is to test products. I mean, you could grow old, have babies, become grandparents just waiting for your products to get tested via Google ads. And there are several reasons as to why the process takes so long. One of the reasons is that a lot of people actually don't know how to test the products properly, but there are also some restrictions with the platform itself as well. And one of them is that you can't really go out and find the audience has to come out and find you. So because of all of these things, products often go untested with Google ads, and you may have a winning product in your store at the moment but not know it just because Google was not able to properly test that product and a lot of other issues were happening. So it becomes really important, especially if you want to use Google ads majority of the time over Facebook ads, because of the issues with Facebook ads at the moment, such as the competition, fluctuations, etc. But by the end of this video, if you watch until the end, you're going to know exactly how to test fast, and I'm going to be taking you guys into my own Google ads account to show you the strategies that I go over in this video so you guys can see the real results I'm getting with the strategy. But without wasting any more time, let's figure out how to test products with Google ads fast so you can find those winning products and make money fast. So let's start off with the basics. The first basic thing you will need to understand in order to really find success with testing products is that you'll have to smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. Just kidding, but hopefully you do smash that like button anyways. But starting off with the basics, one thing you need to understand is that just like Facebook ads, each product gets fully tested with Google only after the full budget is spent. I know a lot of people want shortcuts when it comes to fully testing products via marketing platforms, and this is the same when it goes to Facebook and Google. You can't really just stop ads for the product until you have fully spent the minimum profit margin for that product. Meaning, if I want to sell a product for $25 and I get it on AliExpress for $5, my profit margin is $20. That means I need to spend $20 minimum on Facebook or Google to give that product a chance. There is no real shortcut around this unless you have some gut feeling or you really put in the extra effort to make sure that the product worked before you spend $20. But in reality, majority of the products, you will need to spend a full profit margin until you understand whether that product is a winning product or not. And in fact, for Google ads, I recommend that if you have a higher budget, you let it spend 2 times to 3 times above your profit margin. Meaning, if my profit margin is $20, I'll let it spend $40, maybe $60 even, just to test that product. And the thing is, with Google, if the search volume right now, meaning the people that are searching for the product at this moment, don't have the real buying intention in mind, they're not going to purchase, period, even if they're searching for the product. Some people like to search up skiing products or snowboarding products in summertime just for the sake of it or just to see what they want to buy later on when wintertime does come. So these people, even though they're searching at the moment, don't have the right buying intention, but you're still getting charged for these clicks and searches. So that's why it's really so important, especially with Google, to give the product a little bit more time. Just let it spend until it profit margin, maybe with a higher budget, let it spend more. And the main reason why we have to do this with a lot of the products is because Google, if you have a lot of products inside one campaign, Google likes to distribute the budget to those products with the highest search volume per month. Meaning, if you have 2 products inside your campaign, one product is getting 1 million searches a month, the other product 10 searches a month, of course 99.9% of your budget is going to be allocated to that product with 1 million searches. Why? It's simply because that has more demand. You could be winning more auctions for that product. So a lot of things come into play here. And speaking about those things, a lot of these actually determine whether you win the auction or not, whether the product gets shown for a specific search. Some of these include the SEO optimization you have for the product, the main variant image, whether it's different from your competitors or not, the competition overall, and if there are too many competitors, it'll be harder for you to show up. And of course, the most important one, the bid. And if you're unsure as to how these things affect you or your Google Ads account, go ahead and click the video that just popped up on the top right and watch that video after this one. But a lot of things really change the way your products are shown and change the way how your products perform in the auction. Because of that, the bidding also gets affected significantly. You'll notice often when you start running ads for your Shopify store that 90% of the products aren't even getting tested. They're not spending a single dollar. That's simply because of this issue right here, where Google is distributing the budget towards those products with the most searches a month. And this leads me to the most important point of this video and how this is going to determine how you test products, and that is more products equals a lower chance of budget distribution, period. Now, if you think about it, majority of the people don't have a really high budget, meaning they can't start a campaign at $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day. And especially if you have 200, 300, 500, 1,000 products inside that campaign, a budget of $10 a day or $20 a day is really not going to be enough to test a product within a good period of time. And that is why I said that you may become grandparents while waiting for all of your products to be tested, especially if you have a low budget with a high number of products. But of course, like when it comes to marketing, there is a workaround for this. And that brings me to the real way of testing products, which I've been finding success with. And the testing method is the following. So I start off my campaigns for my new stores at a budget of $20 to $30 a day. For this strategy, even $10 a day can work. So you can even find good success with the low budget. But $20 to $30 per day is an ideal budget even for a strategy like this. And when you do start off a campaign with this amount of budget, you want to only have 5 products to 10 products inside the campaign. No more than 10 products within this campaign. And I'm going to be going over why very shortly. But ideally, you want to make this a smart shopping campaign. And you can only make smart shopping campaigns on your store, which is something I recommend only if you have an ad spend on that Google Ads account of above $1,500, or you have more than 50 to 100 conversions in total for that Google Ads account. Remember, if you have watched my previous smart shopping video, you know that smart shopping campaigns require a lot of data to work properly. In fact, the first time I started my smart shopping campaign for my new general store, which is currently doing around $1,000 a day, the smart shopping campaign completely flopped. So make sure that you have enough data to start a smart shopping campaign. If you don't worry, just start a basic normal standard shopping campaign with the strategy that I'll be going over very soon. But again, remember, whatever campaign you do decide to start, you should have one campaign testing all of the products on your store, and you should have the other campaign set at a priority of high with 5 to 10 products only within that campaign. And the main reason why we're doing this is because we want to start testing our products fast. Remember how I said if you have a low budget and a high number of products, Google is only going to spend the budget towards those products with the higher amount of search volume. That is something we want to kind of override with this strategy. Basically, we're having 2 campaigns. One campaign will still be at medium priority, testing all products, and the second campaign, we're going to only select a handpicked amount of products, 5 to 10 mostly, based on the following criteria. So what I do for this kind of campaign, which is only the campaign with 10 products, is that I list products within this campaign that have similar profit margins, meaning they should have a profit margin that is around each other. Or what you can do is you can only test the niche products inside this one new standard shopping campaign that you start. So let's say you run a general store, you have all products within your store for all collections, baby, electronics, outdoor stuff, etc. So what you would want to do is you want to list 5 to 10 products from your general store inside this one newly created standard shopping campaign, and only list the products within the baby niche or the products with the $20 profit margin within this campaign. And that gives you the ability to choose a good competitive bid, which can let you test the products accurately. Because if you have the wrong bid or a low bid, you're not going to be able to test the products thoroughly and you're not going to get good results. But before I continue on, I want to go take you guys over to my Google Ads account over here and show you guys the data for the last 30 days. So this is for my main general store, which is run on Google Ads right now. As you can see, it has a lot of conversion data, about 240 conversions in the last 30 days. But what I want to show you guys are the 2 different campaigns that I have set up. So campaign number 1 on the top here is my general testing campaign, which is set at medium priority, and it tests all of the products within my store. So the metrics that I look up for this campaign are the same that I show in my other videos. I cut off the products if they cross my profit margins, if the CTR is too low, etc. So this campaign is just to test all of my products. And as you can see, it has a cost per conversion value of about $14.95 in the last 30 days, and you can see all the other data, but it has a total of 70 conversions. Surprisingly, the second campaign is my smart shopping campaign. As you can see, it has spent a significant amount of lower budget compared to my general testing campaign, which is normal because number 1, I have a lower amount of products, only 5 to 10 within this campaign, and number 2, smart shopping campaign has full control over your bidding and how it's winning the auctions and when it's winning the auction. So it determines itself when to spend your money and when not to, which is why this has a lower amount of bid but a significantly higher return on ad spend, because as you can see, this is more than 3 times lower cost per conversion compared to my first campaign, which is my general testing campaign, and it has more conversions with the lower amount of ad spend. And that's the beauty about having a smart shopping campaign or just a standard campaign running with only a select few products. What I did is basically I was letting my first general testing campaign run for a few days, and after identified those products which had at least one single sale, or those products which were spending the most amount of money, and made sure that the number of products was between 5 to 10, I immediately created a brand new smart shopping campaign after this Google ad account had followed the following criteria, which is ad spend above 1500 or a 50 to 100 conversions. Then I launched this new smart shopping campaign with these 10 products. And here's what I'm doing within this campaign. What I'm doing is basically every time I exclude one product within this new smart shopping campaign, I add a brand new one from my general testing campaign. And that's the way to test products fast in 2020 and onwards with Google Ads. You're basically creating this brand new campaign to just corner out those few select products which you want to allocate majority of your budget to. And if we go back and look at the budgets, we can see that both of these campaigns are running at $40 a day budget, but the second smart shopping campaign is limited by budget at the moment. This means whatever products are inside this smart shopping campaign, now Google has started to allocate more and more of the budget to those products. And what Google is also noticing is that a lot of search volume is coming for those products, so it needs more budget to spend more money. This was not the case when the same products were inside the general testing campaign, because this store currently has around 500 products, 450 to 500, and with the budget of $40 even, that is not enough to test 400 to 500 products thoroughly. But when I basically cornered these products inside their own campaigns, that's when I started to see a really good return on ad spend and the best results from this. So that is the main way of basically testing products fast. You want to isolate the products that you think have potential or have already shown results with good amount of spend, clicks, or sales, and make sure to have 5 to 10. Again, you don't have to create a smart shopping. You can create a standard shopping campaign and still get the same results that I got here. But basically continue excluding products one after the other after they follow this criteria, which is after they spend through their profit margins, or if you run with a higher budget, if after they spend 2 times to 3 times their ad spend, and then once it has overspent, then go ahead and basically add new products continuously to the campaign. But what this is going to do is it's going to allow your Google Ads account to start distributing the budget more equally to all of the products, because with your general testing campaign, again, this is not going to be possible, especially if you have a large amount of products within the campaign. So the main goal behind creating the second campaign and to test the products fast is to distribute the budget equally. So even if the product isn't a winner, we'll know right away with this new campaign. But this is the exact strategy, as you guys saw, that is leading me to a good amount of return on ad spend, along with good high sale amounts every single day, roughly $1,000 to $2,000 every single day. But if you found any type of value in this video, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.